Yes, he's my very best friend. I call him in the morning, I call him in the evening. Jesus, why Jesus? Jesus, why Jesus? I love him, I adore him, I worship him, I lift him up. Do you want him? I got him. Do you have him? Jesus, Jesus. And long as I got King Jesus, long as I got King Jesus, so long as I got him, don't need nobody. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, 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 oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I feel like praising him. He's worthy to be praised. Come on, y'all, let's give God some glory. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same sun. He's worthy. He's worthy. He's worthy. Let's praise him. Hey! Praise him, man. Praise him.
When I run my last mile, oh, and I can't go no more, just let the meditation of my heart be accepted in thy sight, oh Lord. When I've gone my last mile, oh, and I can't go no more, to let the meditation of my heart be accepted in thy sight, oh Lord. Come on, put those hands together inside here. When I've gone my last mile, and I can't go no more, just let the meditation of be accepted in thy sight, oh Lord. Oh Lord, 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 just let down, 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 please Jesus, let the word, please Jesus, just let down, just let down, in the morning,
Georgia. Welcome to our Saturday morning power, praise, and prayer lineup. The Greater Elizabethboro Missionary Baptist Church of Macon, Georgia. Where Randy Hollis, the name you know. Yes, Butler Toyota.
Join
4580
Vertice
Riverside Drive,
Zero
Macon.
Zero on the Glory Express every morning at 6 a.m. until 11 a.m. Vertice wants to put a smile on your face with drive time, where the community come together and we live, love, and laugh. And then he takes us down the lane and plays the best substance gospel with the name of Jesus. Call in and speak with him live and make your request at 478-250-1444. Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Ask Elaine, where to ask Elaine. Ask Elaine, where to ask Elaine. Ask Elaine, where to ask Elaine. Ask Elaine, where to ask Elaine.
Oh, there we are. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. When you see us, you know that it's Wednesday and it's time for Ask Elaine. It's time to get smarter. Do I have a mask hanging off of me? That's just my reminder to you that in dealing with an illness and with everybody having colds, flu, all kinds of stuff, if you're not dealing with an illness, you need to protect yourself. And so my doctors and nurses are telling me that I must wear this mask at all possible times because my immune system is weakened. You need to consider that as well, because there are so many things floating around out there and you don't know how you're going to react. And I just want to remind you, there are still some people who are passing away from COVID. There are still, and the virus is changing. And so, and with the quacks that we have in Washington, you don't want to leave your health care to that. So just try to remain healthy. Welcome to Ask Elaine. This is your voice, Elaine Lucas, welcoming you to the program. If you've Ricky Crawford's already on here. Hey, Ricky, good afternoon to you. And we'll announce the other folks as they come on into the chat. But we want to welcome those who tuned in on AM, FM, and who are right here on the Glory chat. And so we encourage you to list your name. If you have comments, if you have questions, we have some wonderful guests today. Pastor Lisa is here. Hello there to you. Are you staying warm? I hope you are, because it's cold out there. It is cold. But this weather is scary, because you don't know what day you're going to have 70 or 80 degrees. And then the next day you have 40, 50, whatever. It's just really, really strange. Jeanette Goff has joined us. Welcome. We are glad that you are there. We want to wish you happy holidays. We're at a time when there are people that we have to remember who don't have what we are blessed to have. So we've got to think about other folks at this time and not just ourselves. So because of it being the holidays, and because our mother, the late Ella Huckabee, spent the last 6 years of her life over at, it was Laurel Bay nursing home then. It's now Macon Rehab, I believe. But since she passed away, um, my sisters and I have put together some gift baskets, and we will be doing that this holiday season and taking them to Laurel Bay, because you'd be surprised how many people in there, young and older, who don't have family members to come visit them, who really are just there, and they would welcome just something as simple as a little gift bag. If there are organizations that go and sing at nursing homes or rehab centers during the holidays, please take it upon yourself to do it. Believe me, it will make a difference in a lot of folks' lives, people who don't have anybody. Dr. Mary Butler has joined us and she's on board with us. We're glad to have her. Shirley Lester has joined us. She says, "Hello, beautiful."
Hello.
Isn't that nice? Wade Horton, our knight in shining armor, has joined us. Wade is our hero who fights for what's right as far as folks who use the transit system. And we're going to have to get Wade on air very soon, because he needs to explain to you some things that are happening, that are changing with transit, and what we need to do to ensure that the folks in this 27% poverty rate community have transportation and some other things that they need. So those are the folks who've joined us so far. I want to thank our sponsors, want to express condolences to the families of those who've lost loved ones. We'd like to express our condolences to the Pitts family and the loss of Andre Pitts. He was in school with my sons at Northeast, and so he passed away. Want to express condolences to his family. We also want to express condolences to the Lamar family and the loss of Tammy Lamar Blackwood, Dr. Tammy Lamar Blackwood, whose services were held this past week. And so I know that these are not the only two families who have lost loved ones, but we express not only to them, but to you and your family in your loss. But we want to shout out and salute those of you who have happy times, weddings, births. We like the kid, sometimes divorces or happy times for some
Love
people.
to celebrate that too.
I tell you, whatever floats your boat, we want makes you happy. We want to express our sincere salute to you. Now, I think that's all I had on my list, other than to say that Willie Dumas, will be the incoming president of the NAACP, is on duty for you. He was at a meeting. Look, this is we need a drum roll on this. The water board, your water board, actually had another meeting other than the once per month meeting. And Willie Dumas, the incoming president of the local NAACP, was there on duty for you. So we salute him and congratulate him. So I think that is everything that we have to cover, because we want to take as much time as we have left to talk to a young lady who is very active in the community. I'm going to ask her to reintroduce herself to you. And also, while she's talking about her main job, we're going to also talk about that side job, that job, that other interest
Okay.
that she has. This is none other than Monique Pitts Taylor, who is, I believe, the director. She'll correct me, tell me the right title. Director of the scholarship
Yeah,
programs
scholarship
for the
directors.
Community Foundation. So welcome to Ask
Thank you
Elaine.
for having me, Miss Elaine. I'm excited to be here.
All right, tell us a little bit about
Okay,
yourself.
I'm born and raised in Macon, Georgia. From Bloomfield to be exact. And I am the scholarship director at Community Foundation. I've been there for 9 years, 10 seasons. We have 47 scholarships, including the Al Lucas Memorial Scholarship,
Uh-huh.
where we honor students and really try to help them go to school debt free. That's my main personal goal,
Yeah.
in the position, because I know how difficult it is for students to get funding. And especially our first gens, try to help them navigate the path of not only getting into school, but paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and try to support those families. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I still hear a lot of families say they don't know how they're gonna navigate that whole thing
Yeah.
of paying for. They want their younger ones to go to school, but
Mhm.
they don't seem to be able to navigate that whole process.
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like the families may feel like fish out of water, right?
Mhm.
Especially first gens. The parents have the ambition and they have the desire for their kids to go, but they just not sure what steps to take.
Yeah.
Now, I will say in Bibb County and most of the counties that we support, they have wonderful counselors, but the counselors can't always support all those kids.
Yeah.
For instance, Central has over 200 students. There's only 2 counselors. So
Mhm.
you have other programs, extensions like TRIO and Middle Georgia Center for Academic Excellence and Upward Bound, that also provide support. And at Community Foundation, we try our best, to
Mhm.
support as well.
Mhm.
So I go out to the schools and I do like little scholarship workshops where I'll let them know that scholarships are available. I talk about our 47 programs, but I also
Mhm.
talk about those that I know.
47.
Yeah, 47 different
Oh, my.
funds. Yeah, so it's money out there, but it takes work to get the free money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
sometimes it can be intimidating, but I try to go out and build a relationship so they can realize that it's possible. But you do have to do a little work to get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because you do have to do some
Yeah.
work once you get to school.
Yeah, you
too.
do. Yeah.
Tell us some of the kinds of scholarships that you
Okay.
have that people might never have thought of
Okay.
were available.
All right. So we have it's a newer scholarship. It's called the Lord, I want to get it wrong. Black Stock Family Scholarship. And it's for students that have a desire to help people with special needs once they
Mm.
graduate from college. Like, and someone's like, "Are you serious?" Yeah, I'm serious. Like, this
Uh-huh.
particular family has a desire to encourage people or support people that have a desire to help people with special needs after they graduate. They want to
Uh-huh.
use their degree in that way.
Uh-huh.
So people that's going into STEM, healthcare, but you have to have a plan knowing that you're going to focus on people with special needs.
Yeah.
That's one that's very different,
Yeah.
that's pretty new.
Yeah.
And so most of the time when I go out, I'm asking, do you think you want to work with people? And I ask these questions and people are like, why are you asking me this? Because it's a scholarship for that,
Uh-huh.
and it's another one. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of students who have lost one or both of their parents.
Mhm.
And so we have a family that wants to support students that are going through that. And so if you lost one or both of your parents, especially if you're in Bibb County, we have a
Uh-huh.
scholarship for that. Yeah.
Y'all hear that? Yeah, run and tell all of this because there's some folks that sat this thing out
Yeah, it's a lot of
because
people.
they just didn't.
They did not know.
never thought.
No, and then a lot of people, when I go out and I talk, they feel like it's impossible, kind of like the
Mhm.
Coca-Cola scholarship or the Bill Gates scholarship. And I try to get them to understand that Community Foundation services 21 counties, and our primary focus with scholarships is mainly Bibb, not because just because we're located. It's because most of our funds are targeted towards Bibb County
Mhm.
students. And so I try to get them to understand that it's here for you. You can do it. We just need you to hit submit.
Are seniors late? Because it's December.
No,
Are they late
No.
if they have not?
they're right on time. The application officially opens on December 15th. So now is the time to go ahead and start looking at everything. If I haven't been to their high school, hopefully I'll be there after the
Mhm.
holidays,
Mhm.
and we'll get some one-on-one help. But no, now right now it's perfect for our
That's
scholarship.
good. If parents have not heard their kids coming home saying anything about it, because
Yeah.
a lot of teenagers
They don't tell
don't,
it.
they don't,
No.
they it's like a secret information.
Yeah.
They don't share it. So if parents want to know,
Mhm.
they need to start asking those
Asking
young
now.
folks.
Yeah, asking now. And then also they probably can start looking into the Parent Square app with Bibb County. If they're Bibb County students, most of the time, I love the people at Bibb County School District. They do a great work with helping me get the message out there. So December 15th, I know Stephanie Hartley is going to put it in the Parent
Mhm.
Square app. So it'll be there. And if you still don't see it there, you can always reach out to the counselor.
Okay, for those parents who have been left totally out of the queue,
Okay.
tell them about the parent.
The Parent Square
portal.
app, it is
Mhm.
a app that Bibb County Public School District has created where it can come directly to your phone. It'll send you an email and a text message, and any messages concerning your student will come directly to you.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a thing. My baby is in elementary school, so they send messages all day. And I know for a fact, my counselors will tell me, we're going to send it in Parent Square. We're going to make sure the students get it. So information is being sent. It's just you have to have everything set up so you can receive it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. We need for all of you to be aware of that,
Yeah.
because you can be of more assistance than you think.
Mm-hmm.
You really can.
Yes.
Randy Crawford has joined us, and Patrick Davis. Good evening. Patrick's our
Hello.
statistics man.
Ah.
Anything that we're discussing on this program and then on some other programs too, he does the research and includes additional information
Okay,
for us
that's
in the
awesome.
chat.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
I think I've called out everybody that I've seen on here. If you have a question that you want Monique to address, please put it in the chat or call us at 478-250-1444. 478-250-1444. If you have a question concerning scholarships or the Community Foundation, let's talk just a little bit about the Al Lucas Scholarship.
Yeah, let's talk about
So
it.
go ahead.
Okay, so Al Lucas Scholarship was, of course, created to memorialize your wonderful son, who passed away while playing a sport that he loved
20 years
20
ago.
years ago. Yeah, yeah,
It's just,
it's amazing. Yeah, and I'm sure it's mixed feelings for you because
Yeah.
that was your baby.
yeah.
But the work that your family is doing is dynamic. I mean, no matter what school I go to, and I say, "Have you ever heard of Al Lucas Scholarship?" It's at least a couple students that already know exactly who your son is and what your family represents. So you should feel really good about the work that you guys are doing. It's making a huge impact. You guys have helped hundreds of students with in his name to go to college and with them. And then when I mention his story, and it's always like mixed feelings, but one feeling that's always across the board is that they're impressed because he was doing what he loved. Although it was tragic, I mean, they were always, and he was from Macon. It's so amazing. They was, oh, he went to Troy State. Oh, he was doing this. I was like, yeah, great things come out of Macon. So his legacy definitely lives on and inspires students every day.
Yeah. We're gonna try and come up with something. The field house at Northeast is named for him, and so we're gonna try and come up with something that the players, as they go out with their good luck, you know, maybe a bus or something that will be there at the entrance to the field house, and they'll be able to, you know, like they rub some folks' heads or you know, do stuff. I just think that would be great for them to have.
That would be
something.
Awesome. Yes.
Yeah. So that is great. Now, we hear from some of the students who have received the scholarships, and y'all are so efficient and effective until you let us know what's happening with the students.
And it's coming about that time. You should get some updates really soon. So with the scholarship, once you're awarded the scholarship, we do not send the money to the students. We do send it to the school, and we send out 2 payments, one in fall and one in spring. And so grades are due actually on December 21st. So we'll get updates on our Lucas students and all the other program students as well, just to see how they're doing. And so I definitely can confidently say that more than 90% of our students do really well. And they keep the scholarship. We do have some, you know, natural heart transition going to college, and we do work with those students, but we really try to work with them because, again, we want them to complete school, fulfill their dreams, and we want them to do it debt free.
Yeah. Okay, you've told us about some unusual scholarships, some that people might not have thought. But I want to say to them that there are all kinds of scholarships. Scholarships for left-handed students. Scholarships, maybe not under the Community Foundation,
but other places.
Other places. And your high school counselor can point you. And if you don't have an account with GeorgiaFutures.org, you need to set one up.
Definitely.
Every Georgian, you pay your tax money to support that particular site, GeorgiaFutures.org. And you can set up, you're entitled to your own personal account, and you can keep that account forever. And
Yeah.
we encourage all of our students at EL High School are required to set up an account. But you get career information. Joining us is Reverend Larry Dunning. Hey, you're getting like Herbert late.
I was
You're-
supposed to be your other. I came to
And-
deliver some goods to my friend, but I will join you because you asked me to.
That's Reverend Larry Dunning, who's one of our co-hosts, along with Herbert Denard. This is Mrs. Monique Pitts Taylor, who is the scholarship coordinator for Community Foundation.
Very good.
And we were just talking about scholarships, different kinds of scholarships.
Okay.
And then we got off on the GeorgiaFutures.org, which is a wonderful site. It
Yes.
used to be called Georgia College 411,
Yes,
something
411.
like that.
Mhm.
But we encourage everybody to get your free account. It's
Mhm.
funded by the State Education
Yes.
Department,
Mhm.
and which means your tax money goes into that. See, there's so much stuff that you're
Mhm.
paying for that you don't even realize you're paying
Yeah.
for, but we want you to take advantage of that and get your free account. Not only can you get career information, but you can also you can visit any college or university in the world. It's included in that site. And then also financial aid.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information on financial aid in there. You can store some of your own personal information. You can apply to schools in that site. There's just so much to offer there. So I would strongly suggest or recommend that you go to that site. Now, tell us about your other career. We know that I saw some pictures on Facebook
Oh,
that
did
had some
you?
beautiful creations. So tell us
Yes.
about your other interests.
Okay. Well, I graduated from Southwest High School back in 2001, and I immediately left and I went to Clark Atlanta University, and I pursued a degree in fashion design and merchandising. And that's my passion. That's a dream I never gave up on.
Mhm.
While I was at Clark Atlanta, I studied abroad, and so I got to study fashion in Paris and London. And so my dad always told me that I could not, you couldn't quit a job until you got a new job.
That's good.
And he told me that, you can do your fashion, but you have to be able to take care of yourself and pay your bills. So I do work at Community Foundation full time, but I also do clothes as well. My company is Moat Nicole Incorporated, and I do custom pieces. And my goal is to have a ready to wear collection so it can be purchased off the rack. But right now, all my stuff is custom.
I
Yeah.
saw some beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
It was for slimmer.
No.
It was for slimmer.
The
slimmer
models that you
models,
saw
but-
probably a little
yeah,
slimmer.
yeah. Yes.
But I do have my customers are real women. I'm the smaller version, but
Like
all of my
Ma.
customers, all of my
Yes.
customers are real women, like professional women. So if there's something that you want, you can't find it on the rack, I am one to assist with that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
So
that is
what you're
wonderful.
saying is love coming all sizes.
It comes in all sizes.
Yes.
Yes.
It does. It does. As a matter of fact, I have a dress
Mhm.
that I cannot find in any color other than black. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, it's this
Is that
right
one?
here.
Yeah.
And I can't buy it
Mhm.
anymore from the place that I
Mhm.
bought
Yeah.
this one. And when I bought this one, I bought 3
Yes.
because I knew I loved it
Yeah.
so much, and it just wears so and
Yeah.
year round and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm gonna need to get
Yeah.
with you
Get with me.
because
Yes.
I need somebody to find the same material,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
I need some other colors.
That's exactly what I do. Yes.
Hey,
we look
hey.
we do sketches, we do sourcing of fabric, we do all the
Oh,
things. But I
my.
will say, I do not do alterations for everyone out there listening. I do not do alterations. That's something I hate doing. So,
Uh-huh.
but I could refer you to someone else, but I do not do alterations.
Okay.
What's your line for men?
Same thing. If you have something that you want, it's still under Monique Nicole because it's who I am.
Okay.
But if you have something that you want, you see something, it's a certain fabric. I do it as well. I make a lot of pants for my husband.
Oh,
He
wow.
does like wild, bold colors and prints, and so we find fabric and we make pants. So yeah,
You make suits?
Oh, okay.
I can. I mean, I do blazers and pants. That's all it is. So yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
That's
I have
great.
made a couple of suits. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's what I mean. That's what I love to do. I mean, I love my job at Community Foundation, but if I could close my eyes and make a wish, like this is what I would be doing. Yeah, full time. Yeah, I love it. And seeing people be empowered by when they look good, they feel good. That's really a thing. Like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my question, did you sew? Because my wife sewed all her clothes when she was very, very young.
Yeah.
She bought my daughter a sewing machine, but they don't sew anymore.
No, they don't do it
No,
anymore. But
they
I do.
don't.
Yeah, I sew.
Really?
Yeah, I do everything. Like sketching, pattern making, sewing, everything.
Oh my.
I've been
is
sewing
great.
for like, that's crazy, 20
But
years.
But is it like she was your passion? She did it because it was cheaper for her to make her clothes than buy her clothes.
Yeah.
Now she has money, so she buys them,
Oh,
especially with these.
hers and yours.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, for me, no, my mom didn't sew. I didn't grow up seeing my grandmother sew. It was just something that I loved to do.
You wanted, okay.
Yeah, my godmother, she taught me how to thread my machine and how to sew.
Wow.
But it wasn't anything I grew up in. If you know my mom, like, no, Angela Pitts does not sew. She would shop all day, but she doesn't sew.
She wears stuff. Though.
Yeah,
She wears.
So it was just something that I love to do. It's something that once I learned how to do it, I just kept going. I never stopped.
So your company is mostly with a rack and no rack?
Right now, it's no rack. It's
No
custom.
rack, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but the goal is I'm doing manufacturing, research, and everything now to make it rack because it's just easier, you know. But definitely, I know I will always have those clients like Miss Elaine. This dress that she loves, she can't find it, so she'll call me because she needs that dress, and I'm open to do that. But like if we're talking about really going around the world, it has to be off the rack. I can't, be everywhere at the same time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you don't mind, okay. If you don't mind, Miss Lucas, I want to go back to the scholarship.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
To say, is it just for undergrad or graduate or what's?
No, we have 47 different scholarship funds, and we have one for ballet students. So that's like, the little kids,
Yes,
or, and then we have some for graduating high school seniors. And then we have some for those who are currently in undergrad. I have one or two for those getting their graduate program degrees, and I have a medical school scholarship as well. So we all across the board.
But is it based on income? If you can only get one if you make less money?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, I mean, honestly, we need you to fill out the application. That's all. That's the requirement. We have some that are like GPA based. So our minimum GPA for most of them, like 2.0, 2.5. So it's not unattainable. It's just you have to do the application.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I always stress it. It's not income based. We don't ask for your W-2. We're not asking for your social security number. We're not asking, are you a citizen? No, if you can get into college, you can you can get a scholarship. We're not doing that. And it's not SAT based. We do ask you for those scores, but we don't have a scholarship for those that have like a 1400 on the SAT.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we're for the community.
Yeah, that was Miss Lucas. I had a lower score.
Oh, she had a 1400. She never shared that with me.
Yeah, she's a very highly intelligent person.
Yeah. So when we say that, I mean, it's Community Foundation. We're really for the community.
So who's sponsored? State of Georgia?
No, we're a nonprofit.
Tell us a little bit.
Yeah, Community Foundation. We are a nonprofit organization based downtown. We service 21 different counties, and we are basically a place that houses grants and scholarships that people in the community, they create funds. And my coworker, my Darius, he run the grant program. I run the scholarship, and we go out and find the people to apply.
This was God. I came to drop something off to Tony, and she waved me in here. I am very interested in grants. We got so much property, 8 acres of land, a family life center, but we need some help getting some programs started. And maybe God just sent me to you.
Yeah, maybe so. And we do have a lot of grant programs as well. And the thing about it, a lot of people don't know that we exist, but we have our website, and it is a sea of knowledge. It is so much information there, not just about us, but about what resources are available to your students as well as nonprofits as well.
Now, if we're nonprofit, 501c3, a church,
yes.
Tell me something, some hints on what's available out there for churches that want to do community services.
Well, we have a nonprofit grant program that may be really good for you.
Okay.
I don't know the dates off the top of my head, but there's
Okay.
2 different dates. And what's required to apply
Mhm.
is on the website. We
On the
do ask
website.
for some basic accounting stuff.
Sure.
We do, and you do have to do some reporting if you are awarded a grant.
Okay.
But it's nothing that's not attainable. I mean, the
Mhm.
money is here for you
Mhm.
because you're doing work in the community,
Mhm.
and we want to know about it and see how we can help.
Okay. For additional information on the Community Foundation, would you give the
Yes, cfcga.org. If you just Google Community Foundation of Central
Community
Georgia,
Foundation.
we
Okay.
pop up. That's us.
and there's lots and lots of
Lots.
information, and there are pictures from award ceremonies, and
Okay.
it is just a wonderful community.
I just regret I never heard you before.
Yeah.
How long have you been in business?
Over 30 years.
Where have I
They've been around. I don't know, Reverend.
Yeah.
I don't know, Reverend.
1993. Yeah. 1993.
They've been around
Mhm.
a long
Yeah.
time. But in recent years, they really have gone full force
Okay.
with grants to for good
Mhm.
Yeah.
trouble
Yeah.
and with the scholarship.
Yes.
Like the Macon Violence Prevention Program. Did you hear? That's through us.
And is that the one with Herbert Denard?
No.
No,
Okay.
the money came through the county. You know, all that Biden money
Mhm.
that
Yeah, okay.
trickled down.
Yeah.
Came and it eventually ended up with Darius
Okay.
Darius Maynard over at the Community Foundation.
Okay.
And they were the ones that decided which programs would receive the funding.
Yeah.
So now does the county send funds to her too or not?
Not scholarships.
No,
That's it.
no. I'm
But if you
glad you
talk
came in,
Yeah,
Reverend.
look, if you talk about it enough, maybe
Okay,
they
okay.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we would like to encourage all of you to go to the webpage. Also, go to their Facebook
Yes.
Facebook page because it has a lot of
Okay.
information on that too, and shows you a lot of the groups that are receiving awards
Wow.
and scholarships.
Any churches applying?
Churches are applying.
Where have I been? Commissioner?
Reverend, we got you. You're right on.
You know
you're
what?
on
I
track
just
now.
it was God. Every time I listen to
He
her,
needed
I
the
get so much
information.
smarter. I was dropping a gift off and
I
and
keep
God
telling
bless.
people you get smarter when you tune in.
That's
at
right.
3
Tune in
p.m.
to
on
Ask Elaine.
3
Wednesday
p.m. on
for
Wednesdays.
Ask Elaine.
Yes.
All right, we're going to call on our special guest to give any closing information, encouragement to students to tune in to you and to get busy.
Yes, please get busy. Do not wait until
That's
the
right.
last minute. My deadline is February the 28th, and I do let it be known that I'm off of work, even if it's during a week on February the 28th, because everyone waits to the last minute. So do not wait.
Don't
Reach
wait.
out to us at Community Foundation and any other scholarship administrators and ask those questions. And don't forget, fraternities and sororities have loads of scholarships
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Alpha, Delta, aka Sigmas, everyone has scholarships. Everyone loves to help students go to school. So don't take it for granted. My name is Monique Pitts Taylor. You can find me at cfcga.org. So please reach out.
And she's going to put that in the chat too. So those of you who go back and play the program, who missed the program, or those who missed some information, you can go and get some more information. We've got to have the both of you on. We have Darius Maynard back here. He's shy.
He doesn't want to be on, but he'll say, there he is.
There's Darius. And he does an outstanding job in the community with the grants program. And we need to have him to talk a little bit about that. A lot of people don't know what's going on in Macon. There is so much happening in Macon-Bibb County. You just really, and please don't ever say, because you don't know. You really don't know. Don't ever say there's nothing to do in Macon. I can't stay in that. There are sometimes I sit and I say, well, what am I going to today? Because there's so many choices. And I know, my doctors say you don't need to be running all over everywhere anymore. And I have cut back some. But On yesterday evening, there was a leadership academy that was celebrated.
Okay.
It's the launch of the Central Georgia Coalition of Black Businesses Leadership Academy.
Oh, wow.
And AC Habersham and some other folks were there. And they have started a leadership academy where folks will not only be trained and to enrich their businesses, but also to enrich the community, the state, and the nation. So I want to salute them. I was very pleased to have gone there.
That's wonderful.
And so it was wonderful. It was really, really wonderful. And the Douglas Theater is just a treasure in the community. I'm going to let you close your segment out with whatever remarks you'd like to make.
Well, I want to encourage everyone that all dreams are possible. You just have to do a little work. And if you don't see the money today, it doesn't mean it's not coming tomorrow. So please apply for scholarship grants and any opportunities that you may hear of. And places like Community Foundation are here to help. And we love to help.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do.
Yes.
They do.
And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much for being here. And thank you, Darius. You're the bodyguard today, aren't you?
I tried to get him to talk too, but he wouldn't.
But as we get nearer, maybe very beginning of February, we can get together and remind everybody, Reverend, that the deadline is approaching. Real quickly before we go to our next guest, tell us very quickly about who the Al Lucas Scholarship is for. Who
Al
should
Lucas
apply?
Scholarship is for graduating high school seniors that are student athletes, actually. If you have played sports or playing sports, we would like you to apply. We award 7 different scholarships, 1 to each high school. Where Northeast is special, they get 1 male and 1 female. So please apply.
You did say Northeast, didn't you?
Northeast High.
It's the magnet school.
The magnet school.
Oh, well.
Well,
we're so glad you came in, Reverend. We want to thank you. And you're welcome to stay because we've got a guest that that our engineer is going to bring up. And this guest is Mr. Adrian. You're going to have to help me with that last name now.
Consinary, Adrian Consinary Jr.
Consinary. Now, see, if I were looking at it, I could say it. Welcome to Ask Elaine.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me here.
Okay, it is so great. What is that background?
Well, right now I'm actually here on Atlanta's Beltline. Just enjoying the beautiful day and just ready to have a fantastic time.
Okay, tell us about yourself and why people should support you for, what is it, Secretary of State?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, well, I am Adrian Consinary Jr., and I am first and foremost honored to be here. I am running for Georgia Secretary of State, and there is a lot of different things that's going on right now that need to be looked at that doesn't necessarily get a firm glance when it comes to our Secretary of State office. There is a plethora of different things that have taken place. One thing that I would like to say is that I've got a plethora of experience when it comes to voter advocacy, voter registration, and protection all across the country. I did hear a little earlier, as you guys were talking about some nonpartisan organizations and some nonprofits that go to help with enriching the community. And that is actually where the bulk of my experience comes from. I am a native of here up in North Georgia, Marietta, Georgia, graduate of Hillgrove High School, product of the Cobb County School District, as well as my higher education coming from Grambling State University's College of Business, studying business management. Oh, yes. Love Grambling through and through. I do hope I won't have any HBCU clashes here today, but
we got one. I have my hat on. Normally, when I'm invited, I have my Elaine Lucas hat on. Ask Elaine, but this is one.
See, absolutely. I have no beat.
University.
Absolutely.
But I'm happy for you. Any Grambling alumni is welcome in my camp.
Right.
Absolutely. Same with Fort Valley. That's the blue and gold that I do like. Uh,
Right.
but I will say with the reason as to why I'm running, while I was a student at Grambling, I sent in my absentee ballot, ready to have my voice heard, and they challenged my vote. They said I had 3 days to come back to the state to prove I was who I said I was, or else they were
Hmm.
throwing it out. And they did this for the primary and the general elections of that year. And although this did happen and I was, very disheartened by it, I didn't want to stand idly by and allow this to continue on. So I started going down the rabbit hole of voting rights. And that's when I got tied with a plethora of different nonpartisan organizations in order to get the correct tools to go into communities to show them what they needed to do and how they could let their voice be heard, also holding their elected leaders accountable. This took place for over 5 years, and I've learned so much across this country. But I've learned even more about my beautiful state. And I want to be able to serve my state, not just as someone from the outside looking in, but as someone who knows the soil and knows the roots of what this state is founded on and what we can build forward. And that's why I'm running for this position, to give back to a state that gave to me.
All right. Tell us what we've had quite a few people on already, and they're putting things into the chat. And we just wanted to recognize those others who've tuned in: Tina Denard, um, and let's see, Erica White have tuned in. So you've got quite a listening audience. We're on AM, FM, and then we have folks here on the Glory Live who write their name, show themselves in the chat. But we have many, many people who are just listening and who get smarter every Wednesday from 3 to 4 with us. But tell us what the Secretary of State's office does.
Absolutely. So the Secretary of State office is over elections, making sure that they are fair, secure, and accessible all across the state, whether it be for our local municipality races or if we have our statewide elections, like what will be taking place for the 2026 election, and for our presidential federal elections. So anything where it comes to you going to cast your ballot must go through the Secretary of State office, which also in turn means that the Secretary of State is the last line of defense for democracy here in the state of Georgia.
Mhm.
Along with this, the Secretary of State office is over corporate divisions, corporate filings. So any business, any LLC, to all of my entrepreneurs out there, if you want to have your state certification for your business in order to do proper business, you will have to go to the Secretary of State office. And this also goes for state certifications for certain professions. So that also includes our nurses, includes our barbers, includes even if you have a auctioneer, so anybody that's going, if they're a farmer and they know that they have to go and get their cattle from an auctioneer, that person also has to be state certified through the Secretary of State office. So there's that, and there's the Georgia securities market, which is investing. Anything when it comes to any type of dollar movement, when it comes to investing in a public business throughout the state, but even giving investment knowledge and investment education, that also comes from the Secretary of State office. So there's a plethora of different responsibilities, and there's even more that go into it. But what I like to tell people is that if it has anything dealing with the dollar sign or anything dealing with a ballot drop off, the Secretary of State is the one to touch it. And you
Uh-huh.
want to have somebody in that position that has them in mind.
Yeah, you certainly do. Patrick Davis, who does statistics and analysis for Ask Elaine, has a question, and it is: what are your thoughts about expanding voter access and efforts by Republicans in recent years to restrict or suppress access? Are you running as a Republican or a Democrat?
Democrat, Democrat.
Oh, all right. You can stay on the program.
My God.
No, I'm kidding. But did you hear the question that Patrick posed? Okay.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. And first off, hey, Patrick, it's great to hear from you again. But this is a great question. And a lot of times when it comes to the stripping away of our democracy and the ability to have our voice heard, it does come from one side. And that is something that we need to combat against at every corner. There's a constant effort that's going on right now to diminish the number of voting precincts that are existing within a couple of our different communities, especially when it comes to our rural counties. And there was even a situation where in a certain county they had 21 precincts and they were trying to get them down to go to 7.
Mhm.
That is not conducive and accessible for people who may not even know how to get to this new voting precinct. Why would you
Yeah.
splinter and give it and try to funnel so many different people into certain different ways? And a lot of times, what people will try to disguise it as saving on budgets for taxpayer dollars and making it to where, like, oh, well, if we have less government spending, then that goes and it reflects well for the people. If we're able to have a truly accessible election process, we need to go and open as many voting precincts as we can so that way people can get to them as quickly as possible. Voting precinct lines should not take hours. It should not be a trial, troublesome, uh, grueling task for you to go and cast your ballot and cast your vote. It
Right.
should be celebrated. You should have it to where this is one of the easiest things that you do in this country because it is one of the greatest privileges to be able to vote for your leaders in this nation. So I do
So who
believe
will
in
be able to vote for you?
everybody.
Who in Georgia can vote for you?
Every single county, every single municipality, every single Georgian can vote to protect their democracy by voting for me May 19th and November 3rd.
Can
Okay.
I ask a question?
Yes. Yes, sir.
My question to you is, it seemed to me that democracy is the biggest thing on your plate. Do you find that challenge big? And do you have the last word with the voter suppression, with all this other stuff in other counties? You know, they're trying to redistrict. Do you have the last word, or is there someone higher than you? And is that the greatest challenge of your job?
Well, the greatest challenge with any job would be making sure that everybody on the working staff has the same goal in mind. When we go underneath
Mhm.
that gold dome, every single legislator, every single executive member has to be on the same level of understanding. When it comes to the redistricting, that is not in my department. That's actually more so with the legislators, so that way they can figure out where they need to be positioned at. However, when they draw those lines, those elections that happen within those lines, is me. And so if there is a certain group that is being disenfranchised by new redistricting lines, well, I have to be the one to know that and I have to be able to speak out against it. The state election board is supposed to be the ones that call out voter disenfranchisement from a state level. They're the ones that are supposed to keep that in mind and keep that in house to understanding how they can make sure that voters are not disenfranchised in any election taking place. So they also have to answer to the Secretary of State when it comes to elections. And if that is not being accurately done, especially in this current climate, that needs to change. So if
Okay.
there's any, oh, my fault. Yes.
No, finish up. And then I've got
Yeah,
another question from Patrick.
absolutely. So basically, yes, that is something that I can definitely speak out on. However, I do not have the direct connection of redistricting itself.
Okay. The other question: what are your thoughts about voter outreach among younger voters, especially those under 40 years old? Because you know what those numbers look like.
Mhm.
Right. And I will say, as someone who, like, I turned 26 tomorrow. Voter
Wow.
engagement happens when we get active. Voter engagement takes place when you go and you meet people where they are. And it doesn't even matter the age demographic, but to speak directly to the voter engagement of Gen Z and millennials, to get them involved, you have to let them know that they're valued. You have to
Mhm.
Mm.
let them know that their voice truly has a power. And I believe that a voter outreach from the Secretary of State office, not necessarily just from me as a candidate, but from the office itself, needs to take place because people don't know what to vote for because they don't have the true education behind it. I'm a firm believer that education will be able to solve a lot of the problems when it comes to our problems within this state.
You are right.
And going and talking to people about what they need to know about what each individual position does, that must take place and that must happen. And I would love to be the one to drive that initiative forward.
Okay. What else did you do at
Can you
Grambling
hear me?
that got you
Testing.
prepared? Can you hear us?
Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
Adrian.
Testing, testing. One, two.
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
Oh,
He can't hear you, I guess.
No.
He's gone. He's gone.
Okay. Okay. We were about to ask him his thoughts about voting. Well, we asked him
sorry.
that, but the other, yeah, Adrian, the question I wanted to have you to talk just a little bit about some of the things you were involved in at Grambling that prepared you
Yes,
for wanting to be a community servant.
absolutely, absolutely. And I apologize about glitching out right
No
there.
problem. None at all.
So when I was at Grambling, I was actually involved with an organization called United African American Men Incorporated, or UAAM for short. It was an non-Greek organization that I pledged into. I also was Mr. UAAM. I pledged in. I was the president of the chapter, vice president of the chapter, dean of a line, and assistant dean of a line. Anything that went through UAAM, I definitely had a hand in. So when it
Mhm.
came to organizing and getting people ready to go and do service, it was something that we did thoroughly. Even when it came to disaster relief, we would, because within the state of Louisiana, unfortunately, is very susceptible to hurricanes. When certain
Yeah.
hurricanes would come and hit, we would be the first ones on the ground to make sure that there was some relief there,
Good. That's
because we knew
good.
that we
Mhm.
had family and friends there. But outside of that, I was also with the student ambassadors. So in order to recruit people to the good old G, I was right
Mhm.
there in front, talking with everyone, networking, and making sure that this was something that we could do. And because of the tours I was able to give to the students, they could trust me to also give tours to the corporations that could come in, which means I know how to make corporations trust in the G. And in this case, the G can also mean Georgia. But I know how to bring in people. I know how to make people feel comfortable. I know how to bring folks into an environment that is conducive of their learning environment, but also conducive to their betterment. And another thing that I would do with Grambling, and it's the last thing I'll say, is I actually started my own nonprofit out there and my own piece of business out there. See,
Mhm.
Grambling is in the middle of nowhere, so you have to
Good.
make the reality that you want to live in. And I was able to start my own nonprofit, Lifeline Initiative Incorporated, which is actually named after my line name from UAAM. But I also started my pizza business, Consignary's Pizzeria. And well, actually, I'm not going to get you guys in trouble on the podcast. I was going to say my slogan,
You
but
won't get us in trouble.
but I used to tell people,
Is
I guess I said,
is the pizza good? That's all I want to know.
oh well, that includes the slogan. See, I out pieced the hut. I was the big Caesar, not the little one. And when he was a wee
Talk,
lad growing
talk.
up, Papa
Uh-oh.
John used to call me Dad. So
Uh-oh. Oh.
that pizza would pay my rent every month. So I knew
Oh.
I had
It
something
must be
on the
mighty
plate that I could
good.
serve. Yeah.
Yeah, another question. And one of the comments is you'll be able to see these once if you want to replay or reuse or use it in your campaign or whatever. But Patrick has a question. Says Georgia is a battleground state, and it is very likely Donald Trump will try to target the state in different ways. Are you
Mhm.
ready to defend the state against Trump?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be honest with you. No president will feel comfortable calling me looking for 11,270
All
votes.
right,
That's good.
all
That's good.
right. I
There's
think that
no,
was going to be
there's,
the next question. You know, what would
Yes.
you do if he called you up and said, "I want you to find so and so, 11,000
listen,
whatever votes"?
I'll put it this way. Georgia was founded on agriculture.
Mm.
No one can reap anything that they did not sow when it comes to this
So,
state. If you did not earn it, you can't have it. If you did not put in the work, effort, and energy into campaigning in this state to earn those votes, then they're not yours. And it's not mine to give you them. So I will say, I'm glad that we didn't have a situation where someone did find 11,000 votes to give to
Yeah,
to a candidate. But at the same
mhm.
time, why did you feel comfortable enough to call? Why did you feel
exactly.
comfortable enough to even try to make something like that happen? You can't
Yeah.
allow that to take place, and we will not be the ones to have that happen. And I, for surely, on my watch, will not allow for that to take place.
Well, that's good. Pastor, you
Yeah.
have another question.
Yes. I'm looking at this young man, so impressive, so articulate, and I'm impressed because so many of your generation is so far from the Civil Rights Act and the Civil Rights Movement. I would like to know Do you think that age is going to be a challenge for you, or is it bigger than that? Namely, it is difficult for minorities in Georgia to get a statewide election. The Reverend from Ebenezer certainly broke that barrier. I want you to break that barrier too. But how are you going to break that barrier for people saying you're too young and you're too far from the Civil Rights Act?
You know, I will say this. First off, thank you for that question. Um, Secondly, no one said John Lewis was too young after the work
That's
was
right.
done.
That's
No
right.
one said that Julian Bond was too young
It's too young.
until the work was done. And when they started to see, like, the civil rights movement
Hmm.
was the youth. It was the youth that was able to push it. And I want you guys to know this. I am not unaware of my age. I am
Hmm.
not unaware of the precedent times that we're in. But drastic times call for drastic measures. And I am ready to serve my state. I'm ready
Hmm.
to give back to my state. And if it means that I have to give up a little portion of my 20s so that way the rest of Georgians can thrive in understanding that this is where their voice matters, so be it. See, the very thing that happened with the civil rights movement was sacrifice. People gave up the ability to just be young so that way they could give a lifestyle for people that could be young. It
Right.
wasn't a thought of people saying, oh, well, no, I'm just in my 20s, let me
Hmm.
try to. No, people are young for a time. And we
Hmm.
always look back at those times and we're like, oh, well, I should have did or I could have did.
That's right.
Today, even though tomorrow I turn 26, today is my niece's birthday. And I talk about her often. I love her to death, but she is 1 year old today. And I remember a year ago when I held her, I realized that she is going to inherit a world that does not like her. She
Right.
is going to inherit a world that does not want her to succeed. And I have to be able to be the overprotective uncle that will take care of everything on the outside so that way her parents can focus on raising her on the inside, making sure that she's taken care of. When she gets to my age, I don't want her to have to fight my fight.
Mm.
When she gets to my age, I don't want her to have to look back and say, Uncle, what did you do when
Yeah.
everything was falling
Yeah.
apart?
Yeah.
I want her to be able to look at me and say, "No, I knew you put in work then, so that way I can live the way I live now." Now, when she's my age, I'll be in my 50s. So, I'll be hopefully everything will be a little bit better at that point. But
Good.
but
You
I
Good.
want
will
for her
have
to thrive.
ensured that she survives to her older. One more question from Patrick. He says, will you come to Macon and Warner Robins in the near future? There are 60,000 Black voters in Bibb County and 40,000 in Houston. And I'll add to his question, we never maximize our potential. We never turn out like we should. Once in a while, this last election, we were able to help with the election of the two Democrats to the Public Service Commission, and that was commendable. We had a decent turnout, but it was nowhere near the potential.
Potential.
So Patrick's question points out that there are 60,000 Black voters in Bibb County,
Hmm.
Macon Bibb, and 40,000 in Houston County, Warner Robins, Perry, Centerville. So he's saying,
Absolutely.
are you coming to Macon and Warner Robins?
Yes, 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 and
Yes,
yes.
yes.
I absolutely I believe that elections are won by the state and not by the city. And I feel as if with any statewide candidate needs to be able to put their boots and agitate the gravel. Put them on the ground, agitate the
Put
gravel,
'em on
go
the
and
ground.
meet these people, go and talk to them. I'm only doing this right now as a leeway into yes, I'm coming down. I've
All right.
been down to Houston a couple times already. I've been able to go to Peach County. I was actually at Perry National Fair, Georgia
Mhm.
National Fair. I was able to go there for that. I went to the Houston NAACP Freedom Fund. I was able
Mhm.
to be at the actual governor's forum that was held down there as well. But I love coming down to Middle Georgia, and I want to come even more because I know that there is a lot there. It is a bright and shining community that is going on, and you guys have something beautiful. But it needs to be invested in, and it needs
Yeah,
to be known that I am
yeah,
here not just as a candidate, but as a Georgian who's ready to be with Georgia.
Good.
Oh, he knows what to say. And we've had some, you'll be able to read the comments. Cynthia Cersei has joined us. She joined us a while back. And a number of people have some great comments about you. So you will be able to read those after we're finished with the program. We are so happy that you inquired and wanted to come on, ask Elaine. We pride ourselves in being the place where very, very important bits of information get shared. And so we want to thank you for being a part of Ask Elaine today. We will be giving candidates another opportunity to come on the show. So maintain that contact as we try to let people know who's running.
That's one more thing.
Yeah, we're about to. There's the music.
Dr. King was young too when he started. And there are 3 G's. That's Grambling, that's Georgia, and God.
Yes, indeed.
Good closeout. Thank you so much, Adrian, for
Thank you for
wanting
having
to
me.
come on Ask Elaine. It was a great show, and we're going to play it back and listen one more time. Thank you very much and enjoy. That's beautiful scenery there.
Amen. Great.
Beautiful.
I wish you well, man.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, y'all, that's it. We will see you again next Wednesday for another edition of Ask Elaine.
Ask Elaine. Now,